So it's been a minute since I made a video in this format, right? Tried the podcasting thing. Apparently, I don't really like that much, but that's okay. Not really, but anyway, we're not here about that. Today, we've got a double header for y'all. We're talking about Shannon Sharpe, Bill Belichick, and essentially other senior old dudes who like young women, which in my personal opinion is kind of weird. Shannon Sharpe is facing some serious allegations.
I only heard from two teams. Guess what the two teams they called me, Ocho, say, what's your phone number? Where you gonna be?
Who that?
Shut the next door. Cincinnati Bengals was one.
And Bill Belichick, yes, that Bill Belichick, is out here acting like a teenage simp in love with what looks like a professional sugar baby. Now, you might think these two are separate clown parades, but no. These two stories are the exact same, just with different characters. Older men making dumbass decisions in the dating game, thinking they're the hunters when they're actually the hunted. And I mean that, seriously. There's a lot of older men out here who think because they have money, they have some sort of leverage. Doug. As clearly as you can see for a lot of other guys that are affluent, this game isn't gonna end the way you think it will. Anyway, let's dive into it. Let's start with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Fame tight end, media giant, one of the biggest personalities in sports commentary. Now, he's being sued by a 20-year-old woman named Gabriella Zuniga for $50 million. She alleges he sexually assaulted her during a private meetup. Shannon says it's all a shakedown.
What, Gabby?
You're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
I might choke you in public. Big black guy chose small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what they think you did to me.
No criminal charges have been filed, but here's where it gets messier. His ex-girlfriend, Michelle Evans, has now come forward claiming he was abusive and threatening her in the past.
He had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating, so I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband, and I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from. He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So it was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And he wouldn't take no for an answer, so he overpowered me, put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth, and after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed, and this was all a struggle.
I'm going to ask something that might be a little sensitive or might sound insensitive, I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and ask it because it's a question that I'm sure people are wondering. Why didn't you file a police report when he raped you?
Because I was scared for my life. He said he would use it. Everybody he knows, and he knows lots of police officers. So I didn't know that if I went down there, that would be one of the people that he knows. Atlanta has a problem with corruption down there. And I was too scared to go to the police. Because when this happens, you're in a trauma mindset. You're not in every day you and I are talking here like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should do that. No, you're like fear for your life. You're traumatized. You're not thinking straight. You're having anxiety and panic attacks. And I was worried that he would, get a hold of this police officer, and who knows what would happen. And so it was just a decision, and it's a decision a lot of rape victims make, to not go to the police. They always say the woman is crazy. Hey, I might be at this point after everything I've dealt with.
Now listen, I don't know what's true yet. These things need to play out in court, of course, but what I do know is this. When you're a man in your 50s with status and wealth, and you're dealing with women barely old enough to rent a car, you're not just dating young, you're literally inviting chaos. And this isn't just bad judgment, it's reckless. And it's especially reckless for guys that have done incredible things in their field. Like, I don't know about y'all, but personally, Bill Belichick and Shannon Sharpe, these motherfuckers are twice my age, way older than me, right? And I myself find it strange sometimes when I have a casual conversation with a woman in her mid-20s. Sometimes I'm looking at her, I'm like, we have nothing in common. Like, nothing in common. What in the possible fuck could your old ass Shannon Sharpe and you, Bill Belichick, have in common with these women? Now, obviously, we know what the answer is, because these aren't actual relationships. Duh. These are transactional relationships. But that's what makes it even more pernicious. Now, let's pivot to the emperor of monotone himself, Bill Belichick. I swear, this guy's voice never goes above like 3-4 octaves. It's always bah, 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 just the same, the same fucking sound. The dude who built a dynasty with the Patriots is apparently dating a 24-year-old. This nigga's 74, bro. He's dating a 24-year-old ex-cheerleader named Jordan Hudson. He's 74. That's a 50-year age gap. That's not just May to December. That's the end of 1950 to TikTok era. Is that not crazy though? Like, if you really think about the time, hold on, coffee. If you really think about the time, bro, 1950 to TikTok. When Bill was like 10 years old, this chick wasn't even born yet. Now, if you thought this was just a quiet little old man affair, think again. Jordan's already gone viral for interrupting Bill's CBS interview to avoid questions about their relationship.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
People are online calling her everything from clout chaser to opportunist. And honestly, it is a little hard to argue. Like, it's hard for you to convince me as a mid-20s-year-old woman that you genuinely find interest in Bill Belichick. The man looks like a Ziploc bag of mashed potatoes. There's an argument there for Shannon Sharpe, right? Like, he keeps himself in shape, whatever the case may be. But for Bill Belichick, come on. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Ooh, oh my God. You know the rest. This isn't even about judgment anymore. It's about dignity. You built a legendary legacy over decades, and now you're risking it for a girl who probably thought Bill Belichick was a tech startup until last year. Bro, she probably didn't even know who he was. The second she knew his net worth, she was like, oh, got him. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give them credit. I have to give these women credit because honestly, it's not like, personally speaking, I don't believe they're doing anything insanely nefarious, because you gotta think about it this way. These guys are not dating these women because they're genuinely interested in them either. Like, guys, come on, let's be fucking real about this. It's about control, fam. Come on, can we stop? Can we stop the bullshit? You know, I know, it's about power. That's it. The pussy could be bought, so they buying it. And with that comes with whatever they think comes with it. But if you genuinely think on the other end, as you're making this transaction, that this woman is genuinely interested in you, you're an idiot. Not only are you an idiot, you're also setting yourself up for destruction, because I'm telling you, it's very easy for people to bring accusations, false accusations, whatever the case may be. It's very easy. And y'all all know the consequences that some of these people don't even face when the accusations are false. So why would you set yourself up for this? You're putting a major target on your back. Well, I pointed at my chest, but you know what the fuck I mean. So here's where I really want to land this plane. This is not just about Sharp or Belichick. We're seeing a disturbing rise in transactional, age lopsided relationships where both people are simultaneously prey and predator. Older men chasing youth, validation, and control, and younger women chasing money, lifestyle, and leverage. And both sides think they're playing each other. But the truth is, it's mutual manipulation. Nobody wins. Everyone here looks fucking goofy. And here's the kicker. If you're 50 or 60 years old and you think a 22-year-old actually loves you for you, you're an idiot. It's not about love, it's leverage, it's strategy. It's a transaction dressed up like a fairy tale. And if you're dumb enough to fall for that, you deserve the crash out that comes after. So yeah, Shannon Sharpe might beat the lawsuit. Bill Belichick might keep posting awkward selfies with Jordan, sure. But both of these men, despite all their success, are exposing a massive blind spot in male self-awareness. Power is nothing without wisdom. You can have fame, you can have money, and you can have clout, but if you're still thinking with your lower brain, you'll keep ending up in messes like this. Men, please, make smarter decisions with the people you're dating. Vet them carefully. Actually vet them. And stop assuming she's into you because of who you are, especially if you've got like 40 years plus on her, bro. Because sometimes you're not a king. You're a clown with the crown. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the content. Listen, if you fuck with the videos, you fuck with the content, you fuck with my hair, although it's looking kind of crazy these days. But if you like everything about this channel, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, and I would love to have you a part of this community. I've got nothing to sell you. I literally just want you to hit the subscribe button and just join in on these conversations. I might tell you some shit though later on, but as of right now, just come on in. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And also, I got a question. Fellas, this is if you want to answer, right? Like, you don't have to put yourself on blast, but fellas, let me know if you're in an age gap relationship. I would confidently say that some of you might actually be in an age gap relationship, but I guarantee you it's probably not like a 40 or 50-year-old gap relationship. But anyway, that's enough of me yapping. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in another video. Back to Center has its own YouTube channel now, so make sure you go click on that as well. I'll keep it in the description. And that's about it. I'm gonna go finish my coffee, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.